What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here, and I am in a frantic mess right now. I got T-Swift yelling at me. There's a coin pumping. I need to get my ETHASH ASICs, maybe GPUs. I have no idea, depending on my power. So I got two iPolos down there that are turned off, just sitting there right now. The X1 is kind of working. It's sitting there. I got some more iPolos hanging out down there. I got to turn on. We got the V1H. We got those two jazz miners. Definitely can't forget about the bathroom jazz miner. I'm running out of power over here. I'm at 6,000 watts. My 80% is 5,700. So that's a no-go. I can't put any iPolos over there. So I'm going to run through here, trying not to trip on the mess, smash my face open. And look over here. I have the X5 off. I could fit another 1,500 watts in there, kind of get lucky, be at that 6,000 watt mark. So maybe I can pull this off. So T-Swift, this is for you. I got to get all my ETHASH stuff online because we have POWBLOCKs going to the moon. So I'm going to get all these hooked up here, but I don't know what the DAG size is. It is ETHASH, as we know with Octa.Space on the ETC mini miners, that they can mine Octa.Space. So depending on DAG size and stuff, I will try those as well and see if we can get them online. Freaking hectic times being a crypto miner. Huh, guys? Don't you just hate making money? It sucks when coins pump to the moon. I'm just kidding, guys. Oh my gosh, we got to get rolling. Okay, so I pretty much jacked all the Ethernet cables that weren't being used in here, took them, I threw them on here. I think I'm around 4 so far. I did find this splitter here for more power options on the cable, but I don't think I should use this because my CPUs and everything. I don't want to use C13 because most of these are getting to a lot of their limits. So I think I might jack the back one out of the Octa miner and throw that into one of my C19s up here, because these are 12 amp 240 volt, where these ones are 4 banks of 8 amps. So we can get a lot more power out of this, and I'll probably be using around 1,500 watts, which would be bringing one of these max all by itself. So they're kind of on their own banks, but they're pretty much at close to capacity on those banks. So I'm going to use one of those. Here you can see that they do run the C19. I'll run to the back here, the Octa miner plug here. So I'm going to take these out and utilize the big C19 bad boy into that. That way I can use that bigger bank all by itself with 12 amps. So there's those. I do have one more Ethernet cable down there, so that should cover all the iPolos. You know, I'm out of Ethernet cables now. I'm out of freaking PDU cables, so I'm trying to make go with splitters and stuff. Not financial advice, but I'm always telling you guys, get extra stuff. And I just got a bunch of Ethernet cables and I already used them up. It's crazy how much you don't realize you're using until you actually need stuff. All right, guys, so I did it. So here we have the X1 is plugged in and powered on. I got these guys down here powered on. They're all warming up, but I got to update all the firmware still. It's been a while since I had the iPolos on, minus the X1, which we just did a video on, that it allows Octa.Space again. I got to update everything to the latest firmware and then begin mining, looking at wallets, take a look at the pools and see exactly what's going on with this coin. Now, if things end up looking pretty good for a while, I'm obviously going to look for a better setup here. You know, I do plan on sending my jazz miners and iPolos away for hosting, so that'll probably be a better option here, because right now I just got a tangled mess of wires and everything, trying to get everything hooked up. But I did mention earlier, you know, maybe even turn your GPUs on. Now, if you have GPUs, you don't have iPolos or anything, that's something for you. But obviously, even with the current pricing and everything, the iPolos are, compared to other miners, suck, but they're way better than a GPU. And if the current bear market is showing any type of trends for the bull market, we're seeing a lot of ETHASH coins really see price gain and become profitable on the ASIC miners. So leading forward, even if it does gain a lot of price, it still might not look too good on GPUs. So we're still going to have to move over to those ASICs there, depending on the hash rate. Regardless, I'm not turning on my GPUs. I'm turning on all the iPolos and jazz miners. Wow, what a mess. All right, so here we are. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 iPolos. I should have 7, but it looks like the ETC Mini, the worst one of them all anyway, doesn't work. And I do have the ETC Mini Plus here, but I don't know if that will be able to work for this ETHASH coin, but I am going to try it anyway. So we got 6 iPolos here and 3 jazz miners, the X4Q, the X41U Ordelio, and the X16. So we're going to load these up, but first we got to find a pool. Coming into POWBLOCKs here, XPB, we can see up 713%. It's at 50 cents. It was only like 5 cents there like a week or two ago or something. So it shot up quite a bit. And looking at the pools, K1 pool, looks like it just went live. So we're going to go to K1 pool because then we can also mine ZIL. K1 is one of the best ZIL pools out there if you're looking for it. password. So we're definitely going to go here. On top of, we don't have to worry about a wallet address yet. So we can just mine to the pool wallet and then within our account, obviously here, not mining to the pool, but get our payouts here, and then we could deal with a wallet and stuff later. So it'll be a fast, easy setup process. So we're going to rock some K1 pool on all these Apollos and Jazz miners. Okay, so here we are at K1 pool. I will have a link down in the description to my referral if you do want to use it. Not yet using K1 pool. We're going to pick on mining pools here, select ETHASH, and scroll down to POWBLOCKs or POWBLOCKs Solo. I'm just going to go with the pool here, POWBLOCKs. Click on that, and this should give us everything we need to connect. So here you can see the various stratums here depending on your hardware. I'm going to go to USA because that would be the closest for me. No, I'm not going to be mining in Europe or China, but you know, maybe you are. So here you can see the different stratums. Now if you're an Apollo, use the Apollo stratum. That way it does have different ZIL DAG loading variants versus, you know, Jazz Miner X16 and stuff. If you got the X16, use that. And if you got just the X4 series, the Qs, the one you use, the Zs, the Zs, the Zebras, and every other model that they got of the X4, I'm just joking, guys, but they don't mine ZIL here, so you're gonna have to use the X. Make sure you use that stratum for those guys. So now that you kind of got the inputs here of what stratums to use, let's set all my rigs up. So I am going to start with all my Apollos. So this is the stratum I'm going to want to use. They do all mine ZIL. So I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to start with the first one that's working. Go to miner configuration and make sure I'm on. Okay, so this is the one, the ETC miner only. So we're going to see if this will even work. I don't know what the DAG size is. I should probably look it up, but we'll find out anyway. So we'll get rid of all this. This will help me decide if I pull this one offline with the broken one anyway. So we'll see what happens here. And then make sure you put a password of X. You always need your password. We're going to do all the workers at the same time. Remember, you don't have to do it like this. If you only have one, you just do each one by itself. But I have a kind of a mass farm I'm putting on here, so I'm going all in order here. So now we're going to go to miner configuration, do the next one, make sure I am on ETH hash for these miners here, because you don't want to accidentally do it, find out you're on ETC hash and then have to switch it all. So we're going to paste that in, get rid of all these guys here, get rid of the password, but you do have to make sure you do have that one X in there or the Apollos will not work. Jazz miners are fine, but for some reason Apollos must have a password. ETHASH again, yep, we're on ETHASH, back, paste that in, back, get rid of all these, and X, move on to the next one. Yeah, I've done this a few times. I kind of know what's going on here. I'm sure you guys have as well, but we're just trying to get through this pretty quick here. So now I'm going to have to go in and find the Jazz miner. So I'm going to do the X4. So we're going to click the X4 version because they cannot mine ZIL. This is the first X4, so we're going to get rid of this. Paste that in, go to the second X4, get rid of this, paste that in. And now I'm going to come back and I got to make sure I do get the X16 because this one can mine ZIL. So now we got to swap this one into the X16 here, system, settings, miner, bam. So now I'm going to go back and go into where I need my wallet address. So this is my wallet address right here. I'm going to copy this, and then we got to put our worker name behind everything. So now everything will go as is based on the worker that you're using. So I'm going to paste this in, and I think this is the, what is this? This is the ETC Mini Plus, I believe. So we're going to put that in. This one, not sure what all the workers are here because their names aren't loading until we get things going. So I'm just going to have to guess. V1H. Let's hope that's not the V1H at all. This could be the V1 Mini. Let's hope that's V1 Mini here. We're going to move on to the next one. This one is, I wonder how many of these I'm actually going to get right. So this is V1 Mini SE. And then we're going to go, did I do that right? Oh, I don't want that in there. V1. Come into this one. V1 Mini SE Plus, and then we're going to go, this one should be the X1.X1, and then this one is going to be the V1H, and then we got our Jazz miner guys here. So now we're going to come in, these already have the names there, so I'm just going to adjust that, come into here, adjust this, come into the X16 and adjust that one. And now if I did everything right, I should just have to hit submit and update on all the miners, and they should all be showing up in the pool shortly whenever DAGs and all that stuff load. So we're just going to hit save and apply across every single miner. Hopefully, you know, I did this right. Hopefully I got a lot of the names correct, but I guess we will find out soon enough. Save and apply, save and apply, save and apply. Okay guys, so everything's loaded up. It looks like the V1 Mini Classic Plus is finding accepted shares, 0 rejected. So it is working. The DAG must obviously be lower than 3.6, and it's on ETHASH, and this is ETC hash. Just like what we saw with the Octa.Space mining, the classic versions of these miners do work for this ETHASH coin. So that's awesome. Everything looks like it is now starting to find accepted shares. So we should be detected at the pool soon. The Jazz miners, they're still loading the DAG, so we're going to have to wait for probably 18 to 25 minutes before they kick in. But we do have the X16 starting to hash away here. So everything's looking good. I got to figure out what's wrong with that first little mini ETC miner. But for now, things are looking great. As for the Jazz miners, it looks like we're starting to see accepted shares at only 12 minutes. So the DAG must be pretty darn low because it loaded it pretty fast, faster than even Ethereum Classic. So 12 minutes on the X4 series Jazz miners to get up and start sending accepted shares. I can hear the bathroom miners slowly start to ramp up. Now jumping into our actual pool here, we are starting to get detected. The X16 or X4Q isn't here yet. It just sent 1 share, so that should be along very, very soon. But we are now up and mining POWBLOCKs to K1 pool. Now, one thing we got to do is figure out where we're going to send our payouts. We need a wallet address to send from the pool to myself. So on mining pool stats, if we scroll down a bit, depending on the coin you're looking at, they show a bunch of tweets from the coin that you're mining. And here it does say POWBLOCKs here, developed from scratch by our team, not a fork of any existing wallet, a new web wallet alert. So that is great. They did a wallet, but guess what? It's a web wallet. I absolutely hate web wallets. Your private keys, even though you get a seed phrase, are still online. So I went over their website here and I was scrolling down trying to look for things. If you download their whatever it is, you have to download the Geth node and stuff, so skip that part. But if you come down here, here is the XPB contract address for Ethereum, MetaMask. So I'm not using MetaMask. I hate MetaMask, but do you know what this means? TANGEM hardware wallet support. So I'm going to actually add this to my TANGEM hardware wallet because you can add tokens like you would in MetaMask if you know the contact address. And right here is the contract address. So they're giving it to us. So I'm going to do that. And I love the TANGEM hardware wallet because it has a lot of coins for proof of work miners, where a lot of them I find like the LEPEL and whatever all the other ones are. It's mostly for like Bitcoin and a lot of the tokens where TANGEM actually talks to the miners and they're getting a lot of those proof of work coins added to it. And so I feel that is one of the best hardware wallets to have as a proof of work miner. So I'm going to add this to my TANGEM. Okay, there we go. TANGEM hardware wallet is a success. It is added and it is there. So now I don't have to worry about my coins going lost. One thing we might have to worry about is possible rug pull. So getting in the coins fairly early like this isn't the earliest coin. We are on what, like block height 409,000. It is block times of 11.6 seconds. Currently, the hash rate is peaking like crazy. It's probably sitting around normal ETHASH coins 13, but again, because that difficulty is not catching up to the hash rate climb, it is looking like the block times are actually faster because we're finding faster blocks. But you know, just like with any new coin, you know, there could be a pink chain happen here where it rug pulls like crazy. We have no idea. Always do your due diligence, but it is a new coin. It's looking very profitable, and we'll just have to see how this plays out for us. I am totally 100% all in right now. Coming into hashrate.no, let's kind of see what some miners could be making right now. So an X16P, no one has those yet because they're not yet released. I think shipping is in next month, maybe the following month after that. Actually, I think this month or next month, December at the latest. We'll see how that goes though. Remember, contact Victoria if you are looking for anything from Jingle Mining. Say Rabid sent you, you will get the best deals and the lowest cost in shipping. But the X16P is saying $28 after power. That is profit. $28 after power. If you have free power, $33. The X16Q is saying almost $10 here after power, $9.67, $11 before. It's going to be interesting to look at this tomorrow to see how much hash rate actually moves over and how much this drops, because there was another coin that was seeing the same type of numbers, that EKG, the one that partnered with Dynex, and then within like a couple hours after that pump, the hash rate hit it and the profits kind of tanked down to 0 and they suck. But moving forward, let's see if there's any Apollos in here. The SE Plus, $1.03, not the great. It's not even having it. It says BTN. Is it not even good on this coin? What? How could it be so profitable on other coins but not this one? It's, oh, it's not even listed on here. So that's interesting. It's not even listed having that coin on here. I don't know why, as they think it can't mine or so. We just saw the ETC version can mine this coin. So it's not listed for these, so we don't know what the profitability is. So that's a good thing. People might be coming into here looking for Apollo miner profitability, seeing Octa.Space and heading onto that when we're looking right now and seeing that this coin here is mineable on all those Apollo miners and making quite a bit more than everything else. Okay, so it looks like all the workers are here. We're gonna have to wait for some average hash rates and all that good stuff. Also, a ZIL round went through and we could see a bunch of these miners did switch over, as they should. So things are looking good, guys. We're gonna do an update here in a couple days to see what the profitability looks like, but you should be able to be up and mining now this new POWBLOCKs pump coin. Hopefully the profitability stays up. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Thank you for checking this out. Rabid out.